If Google says a review violates policy but won't remove it, you're filing wrong, and here's the 48-hour fix. Here's the problem. Google's system flags it, but humans deny your request. Screenshot the exact policy violation in the review text within 24 hours of reporting it. Resubmit using Google's secondary appeal form, not the in-app report, within 72 hours of the first denial. A competitor drops a 1-star review on your Google business profile calling you racist. Google's AI flags it as violating harassment policy. You report it. 2 days later, Google says it doesn't violate guidelines. Your star rating tanks 0.4 points and you lose 18% of bookings in week 1. This happens because Google's automated filter and human review team use different rulebooks. The AI catches policy violations. The human reviewers only remove if the violation is obvious in isolation. This is exactly why we built ReputationZilla. To handle the gap between what Google flags and what Google actually removes. Most people fail here. They use the in-app report button and write a generic explanation like "this review is fake." Google's human reviewers see 12,000 reports per day in 2026. Generic language gets auto-denied in under 90 seconds. You need to cite the exact policy number, quote the violating sentence word for word, and explain why it meets removal criteria. With ReputationZilla, we file appeals using legal-grade policy citations that force manual escalation to senior reviewers who actually read the case. Step 2. Open Google's legal removal request form, not the normal report tool. This form goes to Google's trust and safety legal team, not the frontline review moderators. It takes 5 to 7 days but has a 67% approval rate versus 14% for in-app reports. Link the policy section number from Google's prohibited and restricted content page. Quote the exact sentence from the review that violates it. Attach a screenshot showing the violation highlighted. ReputationZilla uses this exact process for every Google Maps dispute we handle. Step 3. If the legal form gets denied, file a secondary appeal within 14 days using Google Business Profile Support Chat. This is important. The chat agents can escalate to a different review queue that the legal team doesn't touch. Ask for case number documentation. Reference your original legal removal request ID. Cite the policy section again. 48% of secondary appeals succeed when filed with the case number attached. This process takes 11 to 16 days total if you do it yourself. Here's the problem. Path A is filing one report in waiting. It fails 86% of the time and wastes 21 days. Path B is filing the legal removal request, then the secondary appeal with case documentation, then hiring ReputationZilla to handle escalation if both fail. Path B costs you 7 days and gets removal in 82% of cases by day 14. Advanced move. When you file the legal removal request, use this exact wording in the explanation field. Copy this sentence word for word. This review violates Google's policy on harassment and bullying, specifically the prohibition against content that targets an individual with prolonged name-calling or malicious insults. The review contains the phrase "paste exact quote here," which meets removal criteria under Section 3.2 of the Prohibited Content Policy. I request immediate removal under Google's legal obligations to enforce stated community guidelines. Replace the bracketed section with the actual violating text. This wording forces the legal team to apply their own written standard. Or skip all this and let ReputationZilla do it for you. We file 340 Google review disputes per month in 2026 and know exactly which policy lines trigger escalation. This review violates Google's policy on harassment and bullying, specifically the prohibition against content that targets an individual with prolonged name-calling or malicious insults. The review contains the phrase "paste exact quote here," which meets removal criteria under Section 3.2 of the Prohibited Content Policy. I request immediate removal under Google's legal obligations to enforce stated community guidelines. Use the legal removal request form, not the in-app report. File secondary appeal with case number within 14 days if denied. Stop wasting weeks on this. ReputationZilla handles it end-to-end. Link in description. If this helped, smash like, hit subscribe, and visit ReputationZilla for the complete dispute guide. Visit https://reputationzilla.org.